Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Teaching About Coloring with ILene Vick. It is, here we go, Saturday, November 4th to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I am live. It is week 44 of 2023, and in my neck of the woods, it is currently 55 degrees with a high of 68 and a low of 40. I love it. Welcome, welcome, welcome to my broadcast. I'm here for the next 3 hours for coloring, companionship, chat, friendship, giggles and laughs. Pretty pictures, chat, and I hope you guys are looking forward to a good time. All right. Welcome to my YouTube peeps who come in and chat with me. Welcome to my Facebook peeps who will see this broadcast after the fact when I download it to my YouTube group. I'm sorry, I misspoke, my Facebook group. Oh, I love it. Where they'll be able to see a replay. All right. Happy Saturday, happy Saturday, happy Saturday, happy Saturday to one and all, says Maggie. Maggie likes to sing her way into the group. Hello, Dorothy. All right. Who else is here? So we've been working on a duet. We always have a freebie that I give away from one of my books. And this one is called Fluttering Fairies Jubilee. And we've been working on this one for a little bit now. And if you are interested in getting a hold of it and then following the YouTube broadcast, either here or in my group, you can follow along and do it. So last night I was working on the flowers at the bottom. I had also worked on making the folds in the dress. I showed you how to do that. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Hey Linda. Hello to Linda, hello to Michelle, and hello to Wally. Okay, then the next thing we've got is out of the book's Pirates. We've been working on this piece. And this is from Elena Lazareva, Lazareva. I know a couple of you said that you were going to pick up the book because you like this picture and that you had this to follow along. So that's pretty cool. I think it's turning out really well. I've been getting good feedback on it. So that's good. All right. And the third thing here is, ta-da, I got my book in Autumn Wonders Jubilee Grayscale Edition. I'll have the line art edition. I think that's coming in Monday. So I'm going to do a quick flip through of it. The cover was done by Maggie. Thank you, Maggie. Let me break the spine. Let's see. This is book number 78 in my collection. Let me get through here. All right. So let me get going on this. So of course this is all grayscale. Isn't that picture gorgeous? I love this picture. I think that would need one. Are you ILene's cover girl? Now, I don't want anybody to be, this is intimidated. This book has different levels in it. Isn't that cute? So this is a big pumpkin in the background. Everybody's hanging out on the fence. Too bad Sandy isn't here. She's the one that's been asking me about whether I'm going to do any fall themed. Thankful, grateful, blessed. I thought this one was a good one. Thankfulness is the beginning of happiness. I thought this cornucopia looked really cool. And we've done apples before. Those have always turned out really neat. Got a little turkey in there. I love this little guy on the fence. Let's see here. Anybody remember having a set of these salt and pepper shakers? This picture brought back memories. Here's a nice big picture of a turkey. And I love this little bear family pilgrim set. Oh, Linda, you still have them. Yay! Then a little silliness crept in when I was working on my pictures and selecting them. I thought that would be cute. Isn't this pretty? Love the sunflower. What do you guys think of this picture? And does this picture remind you of the demonstration that I do when I talk about shading and shadowing? When I fold my, I do my knuckle deal. I love this picture. I could see Luba doing a picture like this. And this one would be fun to do with all the individual corn kernels. As soon as I'm done flipping this, we'll get coloring. Look at this. The apples, the burlap, and the leaves. This would be gorgeous to do. Here's a little cutie pie in our pumpkin patch. I couldn't resist this image at all. So are you guys going, ah? Isn't that cute? And you know that I was gonna sneak in a couple of the gnomes. So guys, what do you think so far? Not your cup of tea? Neutral? Love it? I thought I could sneak in this picture because of the candle and the grapes. And if you're ever wondering how to color a collie, do a Google search. Dorothy, you like it? Okay. I thought this would be pretty. You guys know that I depend on my core group to tell me what they think. This will be gorgeous for coloring skin tone, the leaves. Look at this. I love these autumn scenes. Now, the question is, how do you color something like this? Well, you pick out your light and your dark spots on these trees. Pick your colors and squiggle in your colors. Now this should look familiar. And this is the book where I decided to do all grayscale. And of course the next one is all line art. You could have a field day with these trees in the background with the fall colors on them. Simple little fox here. Now this one I thought would look really cool as a panorama. I could have isolated portions of it, but I went ahead and did the black and did the wide view on this. This would look phenomenal colored up. Hold on, let me make sure that's in focus. There we go. And then I've got a little pupper here. We could call her Gracie. And look at this one, guys. I'm pretty sure I've got this one on the, yeah, I do. This one's on the back as an example of color so you can see this. You pick your blues, you do your light, medium, dark on the water. Gorgeous. Oh, that's cool, Linda. You took some beautiful pictures of fall trees in the park the other day to use as reference to coloring. Cool. What a super idea. Isn't this beautiful? This picture reminds me of the villa that we did, Sandy's Villa, or Villa Sandy we called it. Linda, that is an excellent idea. I thought this was cute. And speaking of cute, oh, look at the little footies here, the boots that are knitted. Can you guys see that okay? And you guys know that I spend time on my images. I like to make them nice and crisp for you. This pumpkin would be really, really pretty. Here's a little girl in a crocheted outfit. Beautiful little family picture for Thanksgiving. So guys, what do you think on a scale from 1 to 10? I'll ask you that after I finish flipping through. Here we have an old man that's cold with the trees in the background. Now, look at this watermill. I was thinking about doing a book that's all watermills. I love this picture. And you know, again, this is one of those pictures, you pick an area and start it up. And the rest of it will fall into place. I thought this was really cool. I've added special effects to this one. Here's a little cutie pie playing in the leaves. Here's a little cutie pie and a pumpkin. Wait till you guys see my next book. I think you're going to like it. I think we got one more or a couple more. One more. And this one for Thanksgiving. I love Native American Indian pictures. I thought this was pretty. And then, of course, you know that I'm going to say thank you. I really, really do appreciate, guys. So, made some pretty flowers for you to color. Okay. So let's take a quick look at these the color guide. Let me get this in focus here. I think this lantern is really cute. I don't know what it is about lanterns. I like lanterns. This one reminds me of a Polaroid. Just want to make sure that's focused. And then here's that one picture with the road. Now, this is what I meant about choosing your areas of colors. All you have to do is squiggle in your color. Make sure you're blended. Put in your white. Let me get my little pointer here. Put in your lighter colors here. You can choose your area. You can use this picture as a guide. Linda, here's your Pilgrim salt and pepper. Although you've got the real thing, of course. Here's our running dog. Oh, come on, let's get focused here. Here's a color guide for your mill. So is anybody feeling inspired? Here's our little guy. Isn't that fence pretty? Now, this is a picture that I edited to make it look a little foggy into the background. So you can see the edits that I did. And then this is the water picture that I'm talking about. Okay, enough of this. Let's get down to business and get to our coloring. So what do you think about the all grayscale? You know, we talked about that. I did that poll, whether you like the mix. So if you had an unlimited budget, would you buy this book? All right, let me set that aside. Dorothy, yeah, I know grayscale is your favorite. Okay, we've got some flowers to do with the background. This one's wrapping up. Let's see what we can do with this here. And let me get my scratch paper. Let me empty my sharpener. There we go. Okay, so what we need to do on the flowers is we need to do a little bit of a different coloring pattern. So I'm going to start with these guys on the right. I'm going to move my camera a little bit. As you can see, I did not change my paper last night. I was showing you about that vinyl countertop stuff that I got. Hopefully I'll get that done tonight. Okay. Hallelujah. I hope you guys have been enjoying this picture. Your feedback is telling me that you have been. Well, hello, Coloring View. Coloring View, have you been lurking? Thank you for sharing. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of blue on here. And then some light turquoise-ish blue. So what we're ending up with is the darker outside edge and the lighter center. Thank you for sharing, Coloring View. I appreciate that. Isn't that pretty? And look how subtle that is. Now, the reason that I'm using this blue is because I don't want to introduce too many more colors in this piece. We've got so much going on. That we want to keep it simple. Bright may not have been a good word, but the contrast with other colors is great. Oh, thank you. Now I've got this little white area here by this flower. I'm just going to color that little puppy in with my black. Not sure what it belongs to, so we're going to make that go away. Now, on a very limited basis, I'm going to drop in a little bit of white. I'm using it more for blending. And to highlight. Okay. Now, when you're blending in a color like this, the center that we're putting in, I'm going to remind you to come up a little bit short with your first color, because when you go to put in your second color, you need to leave room for you to blend in that edge. And that way your second color doesn't get too small. Does that make sense? So leave yourself room to blend that edge. Just make sure you've got that real estate to do that. Okay, then our next color. And I'm just coming in very, very light. Now, I got a little muddy right here. So I'm going to erase in that white. I really like how that looks. Oh yeah, much better. Remember guys, don't hesitate to use your eraser as a coloring tool. Now, I don't know about you, but this is where I really enjoy the calmness of coloring, because I'm working on a small area, and by doing our detail work, it just really makes this piece come out. And this is where when I get to the final stages of a piece, everything starts to fall into place. Oh, look how cool that looks. Now, personally, I like coloring flowers. They are very forgiving. In that there's so many varieties that it's hard to mess up the coloring. It really is. And of course, this is where our blending is critical. You want your colors to merge in together. But again, not to worry about losing that center portion, because we just come back with our electric eraser and pop in that lighter part. Oh, that's pretty. Let me pull out. And you know, if you need to blend a little bit more, bring in your blender pencil. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, let's keep going. Now, because of the blues I've got, which is a darker blue than what our dress is, this is fitting in beautifully with this entire piece. It's different, but it looks like it belongs. All right. Who's coloring with me tonight? Michelle, we're doing your color again, blue. Hey, Linda, I missed your answer the other day. Did you get that candy to the firefighters or the police from Halloween? Who'd you end up giving to it? The firefighters, the police? All right. Let's lighten up these areas just a little bit. Oh, you shared it with both. Cool. What did they say when you dropped it off? All right, let me grab a little bit of water here. Check out how that looks. Okay. So now on this side, I'm going to do the same thing. It's going to be a little bit harder to pick our centers because of the way that this stuff is drawn. But that's okay, we work through it. Basically, I'm going through and I'm outlining everything with my darker blue. So just work on your outlines. Now, it's a slightly different flower, but again, I didn't want to go messing around with different colors. So that's why I'm just outlining the petals. And now I'm coming in with my lighter blue. And if you run into that situation like this with the different, this is more one of those little poofy, I don't know, my thinking carnation. Now, notice that on this one, I'm not going through and erasing out the lighter areas. I may let that sit as is. All right, let me sharpen. Okay, let's pop over here. My point is getting loose. Hold on, guys. I got to switch brands of pencil. So guys, tell me something fun while I'm doing this. Okay, I got it switched. We are switched. Now, like I said, all I'm doing on this flower is outlining my edges in the blue. All right. Well, hello, Will. Welcome to my broadcast. So you're getting into adult coloring tomorrow. What does that mean? All right. Would I recommend Prismacolor over Crayola? Absolutely. Haven't, okay, you're getting some coloring books tomorrow. Are they my coloring books that I publish? Oh my. Haven't done it in a long time. Super excited. Cool. Well, welcome to my broadcast. I do all sorts of different images. Crayolas are nice, but Prismacolor are really nice. Oh, you're gonna get some from Walmart. That's fine. Will, my coloring books are on Amazon. I have published 79 so far. Some are grayscale and some are line art. Now, this particular piece that I'm working on now, let me pull out in a second. This is from my book, Fluttering Fairies, Jubilee. Will, do you have a printer? Hey, Kathy. Kathy, I just did a flip through of my newest book, Autumn Wonders Jubilee. It's all grayscale. And on Tuesday, I'm going to be doing a flip through of my all line art. It says, it's the same title, Autumn Wonders Jubilee, but it says line art edition. Okay, Will, do you have, all right, are you a member of my Facebook group? And the reason that I'm asking you all these questions is because we can get you a copy of this image and you can start looking at my previous broadcasts for coloring it. Okay. Yeah, and there's another option. You go to an Ollie's. They have lots of coloring books for cheap. Yep. Okay, check out how I'm outlining. I'm just doing a little scrubbing motion. Will, are you still with us? Okay. Now, I've got a little funky thing in here. So again, I'm going to use my black Sharpie, and I'm going to color in that little anomaly. Okay. Well, I guess Will disappeared on us. So now I'm going to come back with my lighter blue. And I'm going to start filling in my areas. Now, notice that I'm using a circular motion on the edge of the darker color and blending that in. Oops, I missed my edge here. Oh, is that pretty? All right, let me pull out so you can see this. I'm using a little bit of blending pencil on my darkest color just to blend this a little bit, give it that softer look. Kathy, how's the world treating you today? All right, let me grab some water. Getting so wrapped up in my coloring, I'm forgetting to hydrate. Pretty good? Okay, good. All right. I've got another little area here. That needs to be filled in. Oh, I feel a sneeze coming on. Oh, maybe not. You slept in. It was sunny all day. There you go. Feel like I should be singing my blending song. Blending, 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 rawhide. Kathy, how are the temperatures in your area running? Okay, we're almost there. Pretty. Oh, that's right. Our clocks go back. That's right. I don't have to worry about my iPhone and my Apple Watch. I've got a wall clock. Yeah, our high was 68 today. All right. Let me pull out so you can see. There's the whole color scheme so far. Okay. Eraser. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lighten my white spots on my other flower pattern. Guys, if you're not coloring this page, what are you coloring? There we go. I think that looks pretty cool. All right, let me slide over to the left here. Autumn Charm, Maggie's Coloring Kittens. Now, when you're doing this, just tap in your eraser. Kathy, who's your book Autumn Charm by? Teresa Goodrich. Isn't this beautiful? Now, don't forget to do little shapes on the flowers with your eraser. You don't want to do just dots. On your larger petals, follow the curve. Okay. Let's see. As I keep bouncing my camera, sorry. Now, on my flowers in the center, I'm going to go ahead and put a little splotch of yellow. All right. Now let's do the underside of this petal. Let me pull a light green here. This is actually a Fila yellowish green. And I'm also going to do our little stems here that look like ropes. And that's going to add a beautiful contrast to everything else that's going on here. And it's just enough green to pull everything together. And then I'm going to come in with a darker green. You know I wouldn't leave that green rope as is. And we'll go ahead and darken that line in between. Just a simple little touch. And then using that same green, I'm going to color up the underside of this. And I'm going to leave that as is. This is one of those times where a single color looks just fine. And then we've got a little bit of a flower spike sticking out here. Now guys, for anybody that's new that's come in or watching this when it goes to video, this image is available for free. It's out of my book, Fluttering Fairies Jubilee. So make sure you're a member of my Facebook group. And type in the word duet. Okay, we are done with the bottom half of this. And we don't have very much more to go on this. Questions or comments? Okay. Now I'm going to play around with something here. I'm going to take my Prismacolor black. Let me see how this is gonna. Yeah, that's gonna look pretty cool. So you know how stained glass has the black leading in between each individual piece? I thought that would look pretty cool on this. Look at that. All right, let me pop up here to the top. And the neat thing is, as you're doing this and tracing this out, your natural hand wiggle is going to look really good on this. Now, this is where it's going to be really critical that you turn your pencil as you trace these lines. Keep that point out of your sharpener as much as you can. Isn't that beautiful? This is the final look that I wanted to show you on this stained glass. And what this does is it makes every piece look like it's inlaid. What do you guys think? Do you like it? Do you like the look? Kathy, you like it? What a difference. Now, it doesn't take long to do it all. And you need a very soft black like your Prismacolor black. And the neat thing is, by doing this, this is really going to bring the bird out. Whoops, had a little blooper here. Oh, not a blooper, that was the knuckle. Well, la-di-da. And feel free to thicken your lines. Let me see something here. Anybody else have any thoughts on how this looks? Now I'm going to pull out and show you the difference between, look at the difference between this wing and this one where I haven't done that yet. So when you're doing stained glass, this is a critical step. And it will make a huge difference. Excuse me. You guys just never know what I'm going to come up with, do you? All right. Okay, let's continue down the right-hand side. What a difference. And like I said, Linda, don't worry about hand wiggle. It just makes the piece look more authentic. Wow, what a difference this makes. All right. Almost there. Okay, and I'm going to grab my black Sharpie. And I'm going to add a little bit of extra black. To this area around the leaf and the hair. Just want to emphasize that a little more. Hallelujah. All right, let's pull out. Does that not look gorgeous or what? And look at the huge, huge difference between this side and that side. Okay, left wing. Hold on, guys, got something in my eye. There we go. Okay. Gotta move the camera just a little bit. Well, hello, Pamela Slaughter. Welcome to my broadcast. Pamela, how did you find out about my broadcast, and how long have you been coloring? If at all. Some people come in just for the companionship and to watch. Now guys, don't forget to turn your pencil while you're doing this. You've been coloring for 2 years. Okay. And you found this group through Facebook. Cool. Where are you from? Oh, how pretty is that? Palm Springs, California. Cool. How's your weather out there? Now get your little teeny tiny areas by the hair. Pamela, do you have a printer? Oh man, guys, look at this. Is that not gorgeous? All right, the reason I'm asking about the printer is every few days I give out a freebie from one of my coloring books that I publish, and I call it a duet. And what we do is I encourage you to pace me when I'm coloring the duet so that you can learn the different techniques. And if you want to color this piece, you can just go back through the videos and watch how I did it. But when I finish this, I will be starting a new piece. Next question, Pamela. Have you done grayscale? No, but you're willing to learn. Okay, cool. This is the place for it. Okay, now I'm going to take my eraser and I'm going to randomly lighten up some of these areas. Now, you don't want to do it on all of it. Pamela, you're in the exact right space or place to learn grayscale. Now, don't go crazy with your eraser. And don't erase in the same spot each time. Otherwise, it's going to look weird. I don't really see too many spots here that I really want to erase out. That's going to be specific to you. Pamela, just so that you know, as you're learning grayscale with us, don't hesitate about asking questions. This is not a one-sided broadcast. So that's going to be up to you to ask the questions that you need to ask so that you learn. Okay, I'm going to quit fussing with that. The reason that I'm live, I mean, I can just do this in video and do the video and then upload it, but the reason that I'm live is that it gives the ability for interaction. Okay, I'm going to go on to my next piece. We don't have too much more to do on this, but I want to get to the pirate lady. We just have the center section here, the bands, the hair doodads, and then this little thing. Any questions so far? And like I told you, I went with the blue and the purples down here just so that everything works together. We went ahead and highlighted and erased to give that a little bit of oomph. So I'm pretty happy with it. And you know that if I'm not happy with something, I'll tell you. Even if I'm the one that did it. Okay. Questions, comments? All right. Let's work on our pirate girl. Now, the way grayscale works Pamela, is when you're coloring an area, let's say the blouse, you want to pick 3 colors of whatever color you're using. So when I did the purple, I picked a light purple, a dark purple, and a medium purple. And as you can see on the grayscale, there's different shades of gray, and what you do is you fill in your areas with your light, medium, and dark colors. Now, this is not plug and chug at all. Grayscale is just simply a different set of skills. Now, the most important part of coloring is what? Blending. You've got to get your blending down. Blending is going to make or break your picture. Okay, so let's go ahead and work on the pants. I'm going to go with black. So I'm going to pick my 3 colors for that black. So my one color, of course, will be black. And then I'm going to pick a medium gray and then a light gray. So in other words, when you're coloring black on something, you don't just color the whole thing black. Last night I worked on the hair. I'm going to be fussing with that a little bit more. But right now I want to work on this, the pants. And Pamela, the reason that I'm doing that is to show you the basics of coloring grayscale. So not only are you learning grayscale, but you're also learning how to color black. Okay. And Pamela, all I ask is if you're going to step away from the broadcast, you know, like restroom or getting food or whatever, please let me know. Just do a BRB. Kathy just did it, so I know. Or if you're going to leave for the evening, let me know that as well. And that way I'm not talking to empty air. That's just a courtesy thing. Okay. So when you do grayscale, you're always dealing with 3 shades of whatever color that you've got. So if you're doing purple, you do a light, medium, dark purple. You do blue, light, medium, dark. So now we're going to do black. So I'm going to start. Now, it doesn't matter whether you start with your light, your medium, or your dark. As you do grayscale, I don't start with the same shade on everything that I'm doing. Sometimes I start with my light, sometimes I start with a medium. It just depends. If you were to ask me, hi Carrie, if you were to ask me what I normally start with, I would say percentage-wise, I tend to start with the dark first. Okay, Carrie, you said you struggle with black? So I'm going to start with my black. And Carrie, if you get too tired, you can always, of course, watch the replay. Pamela, I'm glad that you came in tonight. Welcome, like I said. Now, whenever you color grayscale, you don't pound in your colors. You just come in very lightly with it. And you repeat your strokes if you want that color to be a little more vivid, including your black. You can do a light shade of black. Okay, now let's get this edge. Now, whenever you color an edge a darker color, it's telling the human eye that that edge is further away or rolling away from you, and that's where you get your dimension. So if I were doing these pants in blue, I would have my darkest blue towards the outside. Now, when you do your edge, you need to blend that in to the rest of the piece. In other words, no streaks. So there's my dark. And again, guys, grayscale is not plug and chug. You know, just plug your dark colors on your dark areas, your light, your your medium and your light. It's a skill, and it's a totally learnable skill. All right. We've got a little seam line right here. And remember, when you pick up your pencil, do that little micro turn so that it rolls that point and it keeps your pencil sharper longer. Now, when you're coloring, okay, Maggie, thank you. When you're coloring, don't go brain dead. That means that if you want to use your artistic instinct and change up something a little bit, you can. Now, I just noticed here that when I was doing my orange belt, I didn't carry it all the way through. Okay. Blooper. Now, Pamela, if you ever need me to move closer or further away, speak up. I can't read minds. And if you notice that I missed something, go ahead and tell me. There's only one person that's perfect, and I am not him. Oh my. All right, so we've got our orange here. We'll get our turquoise. I think my pencil sharpener is dying on me here. Okay, so then we've got our turquoise in between. Now we have a light turquoise and a dark turquoise, or darker turquoise, I should say. And whenever you're coloring, you should always try to use a minimum of 3 colors. And that includes on line art as well. So there's my lighter turquoise, and then I'm going to come in with a darker turquoise. Hold on, we'll find it. So Pamela, if there's anything that you want to tell us about, just speak up. Okay. So here's our darker turquoise. Now, sometimes you can't get a light, medium, and dark into your area, especially if it's small. And that's perfectly okay. Did I slip off camera? There we go. Yes, I did. So notice how I had my lighter turquoise, and now I'm putting my dark around the outside. Okay, Pamela, that's cool. Talk to us when you're ready. We don't bite. Okay, so now I've got my belt here that I missed earlier. So let's go back to what I was doing. And that was using my black for my dark part here. Now, we've got this belt. So I'm going to come in with my darkest color and we're going to shade underneath that. Excuse me. These are where our shadow areas are going to be. Okay, now I'm going to come in with my medium gray. So we have black. Let me sharpen. I'm going to come in with my medium gray. Next to that dark edge. And then come in with my lightest gray. Check it out. So remember, we're still working on the pants. I wonder where Sandy is tonight. And we're going to blend. Now this is where you switch between your pencils. Whatever it takes to get that blend that you want. And I'm going to soften that line where my black is to have it look more natural. And I'm going to finger blend that. All right, let's take a look at that. Okay, then I'm going to slide down here. And in these areas here where we've got something on top of the pants, I'm just going to give it that slightly darker shading. So I'm still working with my black down here. Now I'm not pressing hard at all. I'm letting the pencil do its thing. And then I'm going to come across where the boot is on top of the pant as well. Now again, this is where I say don't go brain dead. After a while, you'll know what looks right and what doesn't. Carrie, you still with us? Carrie may have dozed off. Oh, just, she says. Which means you were dozing off and I woke you up, huh? Sorry. Okay, let me pull out and show you what this looks like. So there's our dark color. Now I'm going to come in with a medium. Sorry about that, Carrie. And now I'm going to go over my medium gray with the gray. Now, we've got a stark line right here. We need to get rid of that. So I'm going to come back with my black and merge that into my gray. Never, ever, ever have stark lines like this. That's where your blending comes in. And that's where the fun of grayscale is. And notice that I'm back blending, which means I'm going over my black with my medium gray. All of this has to merge together, Pamela. Okay. Now, notice how I'm getting rid of that black, the edge of that black line. With my medium gray. And then I'm going to come back with my black and merge in that line and blend it in some more. And then come back with my medium gray and blend that in. Guys, it's not hard at all. All right, let's work down this boot lace. And that would be Vicky saying hello. Vicky's my dog, for anybody that doesn't know. Look how cool this is starting to look, guys. Now, the way, like I said, the way that you know that you've got a good blend is what? When one color seamlessly disappears into the next color. Okay. Medium gray. When I'm in an open area like this, I like to color in little circles. That helps blend everything. So notice we've got our light areas right here. This is my medium over here. Somebody tell me what's wrong with the coloring on this leg. Just on this area right in here, what's wrong with it? Come on, guys, I know you know this. Put your pencils down a second and answer my question. black needs blending more. Yes, yes. Thank you, Carrie. Yeah, see this whole edge around here with this black? That is not properly blended, right? We've got a streak. So now we got to get rid of that. Carrie, I'm reaching through the screen and giving you a high five. Somebody look up the emoji for a high five and give that to Carrie for me, will you? Okay, now I'm going to come back with my medium gray. And I'm going to blend that in some more with my black. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with using your finger to blend. All right, and then our light gray. I'll work that edge with my medium. Check it out. Thank you, Linda. And then our light gray, again, back here. Pamela, is this making sense to you? Now you're going to juggle between your pencils. So I've got my black here. I'm playing with that edge, which you're not seeing because I'm off camera. Blending, 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 rawhide. Finger blend. Let me pull out. Okay, guys, what color is the leg of those pants? And most people except Michelle would say black. Yeah. I'm going to get some water. Carrie, do you now see how to color black? Pamela, do you now see how grayscale works? All right, I'm on a roll. I am. And notice that you can use your light or your medium as your blender tool. Okay, Pamela, you'll get it. That's why you're here. All right. Let's zoom in on the area above that belt right here. So I've got my darkest area around the outside filled in with black, based on the gray that was there from the picture. Then I'm going to come in with my medium. On the medium part of the gray. That was on the paper. And then we'll come in with the light, where the lightest gray was on the paper. Miss Pamela, what do you still have questions on? Okay, now again, the black is too abrupt. It ends abruptly here. We don't want that. So now I'm going to blend in that edge with my black. And soften that up. And then come in with my medium. It's pretty clear? Okay. As you see different examples, Pamela, it will start to fall into place. I'm thinking that's looking pretty cool. And again, if somebody were to ask you, what color are the pants? They're black. I didn't just come in with a black pencil and color everything black. Okay, I got about 7 more minutes left. Let's make good use of it. So we've got medium gray right here. So I'm going to use my medium pencil. And I'm going to soften that line with my black. Whenever you have to blend, you want to use your darker color of the two to blend your edges. Now, I don't know what that white streak is. I wasn't coloring over it because it looked like it was part of the picture. So I'm going to get rid of it. That's weird. Okay, that puppy's gone. All right, let's work on this little part right here. Carrie, you're nodding off. Good night. You are most welcome for the advice. Play with it tomorrow and tell me how it works out for you. It's like what, 3 a.m. in the morning for you now? Okay, here's our medium. I really don't have any light areas on here, so we're going to go with medium on that. Then I'm going to come in with my dark and blend that in. Now, this is a seam line, so we're okay with there. And because I've got such a tiny area between the edge and this part here, I'm going to leave this line dark. And finger blend it. All right, let me pull out so you can see how that looks. Guys, remember, when I color, I use extra close shots so you can see what's going on. So sometimes you can't see the effect until I pull out. Got a little boo-boo there. Okay. Hang with me a minute, guys. I'm going to run just a tad late. I just want to color this one patch here. So I've got my dark on the outside. Here's my medium. Notice how I'm working on blending in that dark edge. Here's my light. And notice how I'm back blending over everything. All that means is I'm going back over my previous colors. And that's blending everything in beautifully. And that's a situational blend, meaning sometimes you'll do that and sometimes you won't. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. All right, so I've got to soften this line here with my black because it's too stark, right? Oh, that looks so cool. And then with my black pencil, hang with me, I'm going to go over a couple minutes. Pamela, good night. We're just going to darken that crotch area and then blend that in. All right, let me pull out. I'm ready to call it an evening. Questions, comments? I'm going to go over my light spot with my medium just a little bit. That's a little too light for my taste. Okay, guys, calling it an evening. What color are her pants, guys? Somebody tell me real quick before I sign off. In other words, what color comes to mind? Okay, guys, we're good. Oh, wait a minute. Let me show you what we got here. So we got more done with on the pirate. We're almost done with the fairy, which means I'm going to be giving you a new piece after tomorrow night. We done good. I'm happy with it. Okay, guys, this is ILene Vick for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. Guys, joyous coloring. I'll see you tomorrow night, same time, same place. Tell your friends. Please give me a like. That would be appreciated. Hope you learned something. Hope you had fun. I did. Tonight flew. Okay, guys. Take care. Bye.